The flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder have now been found, and hopefully in a finite period of time we will know what exactly took place. But let's play out a couple of scenarios. The first scenario, immediately after rotation, in other words, the moment the plane gets into the sky, a single engine failure or a bird strike potentially occurs, drastically increasing the cockpit workload for the pilots. The crew focused on the engine issue may have mistakenly not retracted or brought up the landing gear. That's a standard procedure post takeoff to aid climb performance. While troubleshooting in the cockpit, the plane could have slowed below the minimum speed required to maintain control, with one engine out, leading to a stall that resulted in the crash. At about 400 feet, recovery from a stall when the aircraft was not climbing is nearly impossible. The second scenario, an extremely rare dual engine failure occurs shortly after takeoff, rendering the plane a glider with no thrust. Without engine power, the crew couldn't retract the landing gear, and the resulting drag caused a rapid loss of airspeed, leading to a stall. At such a low altitude, no time to run the dual engine failure checklist or attempt an engine restart. There was no time, the crash taking place. Scenario number 3, video evidence suggests that the flaps on the aircraft, this is where the flaps in the aircraft are, but in this particular grab of the actual aircraft, it suggests that there was something potentially unusual. Video evidence suggests the flaps were retracted, which is unusual since flaps are always extended during takeoff to provide extra lift at low speeds. If a pilot mistakenly retracted the flaps instead of the landing gear during a high workload situation in the cockpit, such as an engine failure, hypothetically, it could have significantly reduced lift, especially with only one engine operational, potentially causing a stall. A fourth scenario, during an engine failure at 400 feet, the crew mistakenly shuts down the operational engine instead of the failed one. Now, that is a known error in aviation history. I would like to say, at this low altitude, there would, if this took place, no time to restart the engine, leading to a loss of thrust and control. The conclusion over here, regardless of the specific cause, the crash likely stemmed from a sudden loss of thrust and the subsequent handling of the aircraft under critical conditions. This is conjecture, but this is what the pilot community is talking about. The flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder, part of the black box, have been located, and we'll get the data soon.